Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we really need to come of age here. We are currently 11 and we should come of age fairly soon. Well, 5 years. We do need a player heir. That is very desperate. We're not betrothed and we're doing that deliberately. We can actually transfer this chieftain. We're going to do so for the opinion boost. Cool. So really right now there's not a lot that we can do, right? We can continue to expand out over this way. Remember, we can only attack locations within the de jure Empire of Scandinavia. That is part of the rule set for this game. So, Karelia is one of those. If we were hypothetically to declare them, or to declare on them, rather, we would do like... that's some awkward duchy conquers, but that would mean 2 county conquers. Okay. We could do a subjugation. That's very expensive in prestige, and we are prestige poor right now. So that's probably not a fantastic idea. So we should instead perhaps think about... Gray is a good girl. We should probably instead think about going after this guy for the moment. Yeah, this isn't really... The convenience of taking both of these is probably not worth the prestige difference. It costs 150 prestige to take these county by county, but there is a 5-year truce in between. So I think we're going to go for the county here. And we'll call that good for now. So we'll declare that. And then we will, of course, go ahead and raise our army right here. We can probably get away with raising just our men-at-arms, but I'm going to raise everything. Not everything, but we're going to raise until our men-at-arms arrive. This is more than enough. And we are negative on prestige right now and positive on cash. Okay. That's good to know. That'll be useful when we come of age. Right now, it's not tremendously useful. Of course, we are on a learning education. And we're doing that specifically because we want to work towards reforming this faith. Who are we currently being educated by? Right. Our father is Midas touched. We should have a different educator. This isn't great, but there we go. Okay, well, we're now humble. Cool. All Norse characters become Danish. So Danish is bellicose. It has the Tingmeat, Coastal Warriors, Performative Honor, and Northern Stories. No, we're going to stay united. We're not going to become Danish. Okay, so this war is now over. We will enforce our demands there and disband our troops. And of course, we're going to need to hand this out to someone else. A noble of the Norse culture will be fine. We do have a faction brewing. This is unsurprising. We knew that this was going to be a thing eventually. The King of Sweden is the primary issue here. He is currently attacking Scotland in a subjugation war. That's fine. We're not too concerned about that. We're a little concerned about his opinion of us. Okay, fair enough. He's a jerk. Okay. Well, we could work on swaying him, I suppose. I'm a little surprised that we can sway while a child, but I think we can sway once we hit, like, 10 or something like that. So we're going to work on swaying him. I don't expect that it will be hugely successful. We could also put a betrothal together here. I would prefer not to. Would he even accept? He would. But honestly, I think we fight this war. If it's just these 3, this is like a bare minimum rebellion, and it would put the King of Sweden in jail. That's very valuable for us. So I think we don't take any real action here. Cool. Okay, we could reveal this secret. That's fine. We now know of this guy's lover secret. Now, this guy's in the faction, and he's a powerful member of that faction, I believe. The faction disbanded. I'm actually sad about that. I'm actually very sad about that. We could gain a pet cat. Sure. We'll take a pet cat. Excellent. And this will be Mittens. Wonderful. Okay, so yeah, I would actually have liked this guy to rebel. Hypothetically. If we go to imprison him, that's not very scary. We're going to let him finish his war, his subjugation war. That's going to get us some territory out over here, presumably. He's subjugating Scotland. So that will get us territory over here, including territory within the de jure Empire of Scandinavia, I believe. No, we already have that. Never mind. Okay, so yeah, we're going to get some territory out here. That's cool. It's not territory we need to push for. We do need a new steward, and our father will be the correct person there. So yeah, I think after this war is over, we'll look to imprison this guy. And we're, of course, going to fail that, so we're going to have to fight them. But that's 100% expected, and in fact, what we want here. That's the point. So that's good. Hypothetically, would it be better if we attempted to revoke the Kingdom of Sweden? It's under siege right now, so yeah, that's not going to work. Actually, hang on. The siege just ended. There's a different siege somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where. Perhaps this siege counts? I don't think so, though. That's not within the de jure kingdom. So I doubt that that's a thing. Now, we are currently 13. We will come of age soon. 86% on this subjugation war for the Kingdom of Sweden. He's going to finish that up soon. Now, these sieges down here are a bit of a problem. We're going to need to revoke this title, and when will that be a thing? Well, some of these might have to do with this war. We'll see. This is the only war he's involved in right now, but he might have vassal wars going on as well. She's just a cat. I'm not going to give you 60 gold. We have a good amount of gold right now. That's going to be funneled into prestige once we come of age. So that's the reason we're banking that. And that prestige is probably going to go into upgrading our tribal holds to level 2. That'll be a necessary thing. Okay, I mean, there's factions to install other people on the thrones. This is unsurprising. I don't think gaining the trait Chaste when this is our only remaining heir is a good idea. We could gain the trait Stubborn or Vengeful, and I think... Is Vengeful sinful? No, it's Virtuous. Okay, we're going to take Vengeful. Excellent. Because it's virtuous, that means that we're making more piety. So that's cool. That's exactly what we want right now, is more piety. So we're currently 14. Oh, did he just win his war? No, he did not. Okay, that's still ongoing, and has been for quite some time. Okay. This occupation is very awkward. But it's going to be over soon. If only there was a convenient enforce realm piece button like in CK2, that would be nice. We're not currently being endorsed, but that doesn't actually matter. We can ransom this person for 50 gold, and that's something that we should probably do. Okay. And we're walking our dog for 10 years. Cool. I always think that that one's kind of funny. Just the way that that's phrased. You gain walking your dog for 10 years. That's a long walk. But sure. He's at 99% in his subjugation war. Okay, we're keeping an eye on it. There is a dangerous faction brewing. No one of any import here that we, like, care about putting in prison. So I would prefer not to fight this faction. So how would we go about doing that? If only we could negotiate an alliance with our uncle. That would be very convenient. But unfortunately, we can't. So 6 months. Yeah, I'd prefer not to fight this faction. We could win, but I'd prefer not to fight them. Oh, actually, the King of Sweden just entered this. It's more dangerous now. Did he end his war? This is Alba? He must have ended it and didn't actually subjugate. Yeah, he must have handed this out to someone else. That's awkward. Okay. Weird. They're not allied. Hypothetically, if we imprison this, that would incite the faction to revolt now. Okay. So, what can we do about this? I mean, we can fight them. We can almost certainly win this fight. But it will be very awkward. But I'm not sure we have much of a choice. We don't want to make an alliance with this guy. His alliances are quite strong. But will he call them in this sort of a rebellion? I don't actually know that. We could make an alliance with this guy. This would be a temporary thing. We would not want to go through with this, necessarily. Our cat gave us 2 gold. Good. So that gets this guy out of the faction. And that reduces their power dramatically while still making it so they'll fire. And now we do actually want to fight these guys. I would like to... Well, none of this actually matters. Yeah. This is now completely fine. We're going to let this fire. Now, we will come of age soon enough. And when we do, we're going to want to get rid of this betrothal. But the King of Sweden left this. Okay. Oh, there's a new King of Sweden. Gotcha. So, who all would join this? They would be reasonably strong. Okay, what if we went for an imprison on him? Who all would join that? The same folks. Okay. Sounds good. So, these guys could send their ultimatum. If they do, we're going to fight them. And that would be fine. To get these guys imprisoned. But I'm expecting that they're not going to. Their discontent is going to drop. Yes, they're now too weak to send an ultimatum. So, there's a new king in Sweden, and he immediately started a tyranny war. So he's busy for a bit. We can break this betrothal, which we did purely for convenience. This does cost us 150 prestige. We're going to wait until we come of age. Okay. Yes. Our dog will join us in the council meeting. Did Gray behave? We'll find out. Such a good girl, Gray. She made us 75 prestige. Excellent. Okay, Kingdom of Sweden. We need to revoke your title at some point, but we can't do it immediately. Because there's a holding under siege, because he's in that tyranny war. Fair enough. That'll end soon enough. And we're going to come of age on October 31st. So let's go back up to speed 4, cruise through here. And October 31st will come around quite soon. Couple more months of being underage. We're going to cancel this betrothal. Or are we? Yes, we are. We absolutely... Well, concubines are a thing, though. We'll see what our options are for concubines. Because we probably want to keep this guy out of trouble. So, 31st of October is now. We have come of age. Perfect. So we're going to instantly host a feast. There we go. And next, we're also going to check our options for concubines. These options are not great. Not great at all. So in that case, because we don't have great concubine options, we do have to break this betrothal. Now, who all is in this faction? King of Sweden. We'll wait until this faction fires. They will fire in 1 month. We became the new Norse culture head, and that of course means that we want to check what's going on over here. City planning will be done in 5 years, crop rotation in 7. We of course also want to get our learning education going here. We're going to go on to theology focus. I'm not sure that we're going to go down the theology tree right now. We might grab scientific first. Just grab scientific and then the theology tree. That might not be a bad idea. We're going to let this fire. Welcome, friends. So here's our feast. They're going to send their ultimatum very soon. This is pretty much a minimal rebellion, so that's very good. This guy becomes our friend. What a great night. So this rebellion is a good thing. We want this to happen. 112 prestige. That's also good. And we can call a hunt. I'm going to think about raising a rune stone first, though. So we'll raise this in our capital. A conquest runestone, giving us control growth. Now, we're maxed on our control here, but that will help us later on. Cool. And we can also call a hunt. So we'll go ahead and do so. We're waiting. The faction went away again. Their power level dropped. Okay. Well, hopefully they send the ultimatum. We want this to fire. Please fire. Punished poachers. Poacher training for some prowess. Okay. We'll train the poachers. We also have this royal court event. They want our dog for 35 gold. I actually don't want to lose the court grandeur, do I? How are we doing on that? Actually, losing the court grandeur is fine. How dare you? I would never sell Gray. Perfect. We have raiders in our territory. Now, if we were to... Hang on. If we were to imprison this guy, this would incite the faction to revolt, despite the fact that they're too weak to revolt. Yes. Do it. Okay. We return home reinvigorated. Cool. So, what do they got? A lot more than I expected. This is more than just the people that were in the faction, but that's okay. He, I guess, called in his allies. So we have a spy master here, and we can hold court. That's not something we're super interested in doing right now. We absolutely call in our ally. That is absolutely something that happens here. And we need to eliminate armies while they're split up. So, we're going to raise all here, and let's see. Our betrothed is currently imprisoned. Now, we could break this betrothal. And that's something that I'm actually going to do. Because we have to get married to somebody. Somebody who's going to provide us children. This is very necessary. This person might do. Actually, yeah, this would be really good. Do it. That's a lot of solid prestige. We can also start working on upgrading our capital, and so we shall. That'll take 5 years, but that's okay. Our alliance here has expired. Our father died. Our uncle is our new player heir. That's interesting. We could put this guy in as our steward. He is the best available. So we've got a few days left on our raise here. Our ally does join the war, as expected. Okay, so they need to take our capital. That is their war goal. We don't want them to group up. So, goal 1 is to come defeat this force. We don't care about them sieging any other locations. So we're going to head in over here. And we're going to look to eliminate this army. Now, we see them coming for our capital. That's fine. We're going to head in here. And sure, we'll increase our diplomacy. Now, we're going to actually fight a hostile force here. This is not ideal. But we will defeat them handily. And that will net us some prestige. So I guess that's not the end of the world. Okay. We can see that they're grouping up over here. We need to head there. We can't allow this to become a thing. So we're going to head over. And this should, in theory, be fine. Now, we do have another faction behind this. But actually, no, we don't. These guys cannot actually participate. So they can't send their petition. Or if they do, no one will actually join it. It would be really weird. I don't know how that'll work out, but sure. So we're going to head on in over here. Who's our leadership? Okay, he's very good at his job. And yeah, these guys don't want anything to do with this, but we are going to catch a solid chunk of this. Not all of them, but enough. That's excellent. Mittens has charmed our vassal, so that's good. And we want to head up over this way and see if we can't catch this force. Now, we did capture some enemy combatants there. No, we need to, He's not persuaded. Okay, that's not great. We gained the trait incestuous. I don't think that this is actually true. But sure. We lost a level of devotion, which isn't super helpful. But we're going to head up over this way. We do desperately need to have children, of course. So we're going to catch this force here. Excellent. Okay, so that wasn't a stack wipe, sadly. We're going to let these guys lock in, and we're going to head up here. Actually, no, we're not, because we're not actually going to catch them. So that's fine. For the time being, we are winning this war very handily. Yeah, this should be fine. No real issue here. Now, they're going to come down here and start sieging this. I'm going to leave a siege force behind here, and that will be Our onagers and this unit of levies, these guys are going to come down here. They aren't actually getting progress, but that's okay. We want to leave a siege commander here, and we could pay to employ this guy. 18 gold, done. Cool. And this is populists. We don't necessarily care about populists. Okay. Sounds good. So we're going to catch this force here. And these guys may end up rebelling. I don't know. This is a weird situation here. If they do, they're not particularly powerful. I don't know. Like I said, it's strange. It's very strange. I'm sure they'll be fine. Regardless, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to finish off this particular war that we started. We kind of invoked this one. And we're definitely going to win this war. There's no doubt about it. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.